Flipping on the grind.
What's going on, man?
What's going on? It's your boy Marcus Q,
It's your boy AV,
and this is the Map Social Presents.
30 Laundry Podcast.
That's what it is. We got an open format today. We just talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all gonna hear us talk.
Y'all thought we was gone?
Yeah, I'm tired of
we
these
in
clips.
here, yeah.
We're entertaining enough, so y'all should be.
Yeah.
I think so.
What's going on in the world today, man? Some sad news.
Yeah, a lot of. You want me to start with? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of kind of very negative, hateful, evil things going on in the world, and I don't want to touch too deep on it. I'm pretty sure anybody watching this, they'll probably know, what's going on. But I'll say this: this is my message to America, to people, to human beings. You have to find your passion to make your own world. I always tell myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm very grateful to be able to do music or acting, like, because it lets me tap into my own world. I don't have to live in the world that is given to me. The news, society, even family, everybody got something going on, and you don't even know what is real or what's not real, especially with all this technology, AI. You have to find ways to escape that. So I urge people to take some time to like figure out what you like to do. Whatever you do, I don't care if it's craft work, making candles, if it's reading, walking, that makes you forget about the nonsense in the world, because that stuff could get really depressing, and everybody has different opinions, and that doesn't make people evil people, but you have to know how to deal with it. So I just, that's my message to people.
Yeah.
Find your world.
Are we saying any names?
No, there ain't no names that need to be said.
Okay.
I don't feel like, to be honest, I don't think like, I feel like when you get super specific on things, people take that and run with it.
Okay.
Like, and I'm like, it ain't even
Well-
about that. It's about the message. It ain't about the name. It's about the message. We're trying to spread positivity
Okay.
and solutions. We want solutions.
Fair enough.
You know?
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Well, I'll say this. My heart goes out to those who have lost any loved ones recently.
Yeah.
Anybody who's going through any pain or agony. Storms clear. The sun will shine again. You got to keep pushing forward. If you lost any loved ones, you got to live stronger for them, because you still here. You still got mouths to feed and people to take care of. So salute to those who are holding strong and going through those enduring times. I'll just say that piece.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something that a lot of people don't understand. What's funny to me, I see, like you said, technology. I see everybody on, oh, the world is an ugly place and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. This is what I'm going to say. Let's be very clear. This is the sad part. The world has never changed.
It hasn't, man.
It's been this way since the dawn of time, since decades and decades and decades and decades before our generation, since caveman times.
Yes.
It ain't got no worse. What's fucked everybody up to touch to his point is technology, and I'm gonna tell you why. We get information way too fast, and everybody thinks that means that technology means everybody wants to hear what they have to say, and they don't want to hear what you have to say a lot of times. They feel
We know.
safer to take their mask off and be as ugly as they want to be, because they get to hide behind the internet, they get to hide behind a camera or a computer, and they're like, oh, the world has become such an ugly place. What's funny is we used to be comfortable and cozy in our little small towns, our neighborhoods, or big cities, and we would get the news there if we watched the news. Now I can find out what's going on in China in seconds. I can find out what's going on in Virginia in seconds. I can get online and get hundreds and thousands of opinions in seconds. I can see how ugly the technology has made the world more ugly.
Yeah.
It's showing you who's really who. And that's what's fucked up. It's made people way too comfortable. It's desensitized us to the degree where we can watch a murder or a killing over and over again without having no qualms about it, without having no feelings about it,
Yeah.
say ugly things. And one thing that I learned is like fighting fire with fire gets you nowhere.
I want to touch on that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna wrap it up and I'll go back to you. We can go back.
No,
to
no, that's what you just said. Let's keep going.
But I'm holding everybody accountable. It's not about race. Somebody may have an opinion, one isolated opinion that may affect your race, but you don't know that person. It may affect the way you think about that person, but you don't know them as a whole. I always said this, and you could ask my older sister. I said this when I was younger, and I would make jokes about it. But there ain't no such thing as freedom of speech. Never has been. The more opinionated, the more open you become, the more you will be judged. The more they will try to hold you to a standard that you shouldn't have to be held to, and you could lose your life or you lose a loved one just because you have an opinion about something. It takes a very strong, bold, and open person to be who they are in front of everybody. It's a coward that walks around to please everybody and make them smile and keep their opinions to themselves. So
Hmm.
no matter what your stance and belief is, I salute you because I may not agree with your stance. I may not back your stance, but I salute you for speaking your true beliefs in front of the masses, in front of people, no matter what it is. That goes for any race, any ethnicity, any religion. I salute you because that takes a strong person with thick skin, and you have to be able to not care what people think. Most people hide behind their phones, their
Hmm.
cameras, they fucking fake ass profile pictures, and they
Hmm.
got all these opinions, but they scared to show their face, and that's a coward. So that's I just want to say that piece.
No, you. I mean, we preaching, but it needs to be said. You know what I get annoyed about? I get annoyed when there's people you care about, um, and you have a genuine spirit, and you. I feel like you try to save people from a trap, right? And they might not see it as a trap or certain things, but this is how I know something is a trap. When your human nature is being changed and you're becoming the very thing you hate or the very thing you say is negative, right? That's evil. That's a devil. And you have to take a step back to be like, am I becoming the person that I say is wrong? When we talk about racism, when we talk about the KKK, when we talk about all these, these hateful groups that did things because of their opinions or did things because they thought a certain way, right? You could think a certain way, but when you get violent, when you start being racist or when you start being prejudiced to people because of your own thought process and how you feel about certain things, you got to really take a look at yourself. Like, if you don't like certain things, you don't like what people say, you don't like certain environments, you get out of that environment. No, unless I get it. If you have been wronged and someone's attacking you physically or they're like stopping you from doing certain things, like really getting in the way, you got to be smarter about how you go about things. But it's getting to a point now where I see a lot of people falling for this trap of becoming kind of evil in a sense, because they promoting this type of negative thinking,
Yeah.
and they don't realize that you're not putting positivity in the world. You don't have a real good message
Yeah.
to people. Yes, you want to fight for rights. You want to fight for your right. You want to fight for other people. You want to pray. Whatever belief you have is just. I think you really need to really go about it in a very spiritual way, to know like you're being affected on levels that are changing your DNA. They really changing
Yeah.
you.
Well, yeah, the energy stays with you.
Yeah, so I hope and pray people take something positive from what we're saying, and they find ways to heal themselves and stop looking to the world and looking to other people. Look within yourself. God gave us so much within us. I feel like, if you believe in God or a higher power, you have a lot of things in you that you should tap into. But all this distraction out there is kind of like, it's
Yeah.
sickening to me.
I got some advice. You can take it or not take it. I'm guilty of this. Social media is not your therapy platform.
Not.
For you to go air out all your business and for you to go crying on social media, there's family, there's people close to you that love you. If you don't got family or friends, or you say nobody's in my life, there's local resources, there's counseling, there's free services. One of the most cringiest things, and I shared this story with you, is I was guilty of getting online when I was in a very dark place, in my past marriage and issues with my children, and I got online, taken to the internet, airing out my business.
Hmm.
It didn't do nothing but bring me more pain, more sorrow, more drama, made
Hmm.
me look mad, stupid, embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. I'm flawed. I'm not ashamed of who I am. People gonna judge me everywhere I go. I got over the fact that I put my business out there, but I didn't. It took me a while. It took me a while to get over the fact that I didn't really look in the mirror and try to look to. I had people in my life that was there for me that I ignored,
Hmm.
and I made myself believe that I didn't have anybody that I could lean on. So I took to strangers, At the end of the day, when you log on, those are strangers. I don't care how many pictures they like. I don't care how many comments or DMs you get. I don't care how many shout outs. Those are strangers. If you don't have a personal, wholehearted relationship with them in person and they check in on you and they tap in with you, even when you not tapping in with them or you going through something or whatever, those are strangers. I don't give a fuck what you think you know about them. And
Yeah.
I would say this, understand that you got to get back to some of the old school ways, shaking hands, hugging, tapping in with your family, tapping in with your people you ain't heard from, letting people know you got their back, even if they look like they doing good. Hey, holla if you need me, I'm here anyway. Big them up when they down. Don't just big them up when they up.
Be
You know,
grateful.
yeah, be thankful that you got people in your life. And if you feel like you ain't got nobody, I'm not a religious person, but when I attend church, it's for spiritual reasons.
Mhm.
It's for my personal relationship with God, not because I practice a religion. I don't care what any religious person has to say about that. I attend because I get full in a different way. Judge me, I guess, based off what I just said, but I get something out of that. That's my personal relationship. There's always a resource to make you feel like you have arms around you. So just don't forget that and understand that you have those resources, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I met this homeless person. This homeless a guy who was homeless, Guyanese, real New York, and he was like, I ain't gonna do the accent, but he was just like, you could look at things as a stumbling block or a stepping stone.
Hmm.
And sometimes I like think about, like, if you ever heard like make it a T chart, make a T chart,
Yeah.
and you write about the things that's good and positive in your life, the things that you might take for granted, like having a roof over your head, having a job, food, having family, having friends, having clothes on your back, whatever. You write this list, and then you write the things you don't like. And most of the time, that positive list is actually longer than that short list. You got to be like, you know what? I'm gonna focus my energy on here. Like what you put into the universe, if you believe that, like, you really got to believe, like, hey, I'm going to put positive energy into the universe and be proud to not look at the obstacles that you come across as a stumbling block. You look at it as a stepping stone. That's going to make you stronger, right? You don't want to take that and make it change you. Yeah, you're going to learn lessons on how to deal with things better, but it's not going to make you be nasty and evil. That's just not the way to live life. It's really unhealthy, and it's really not naturally who you are. People grow into that. Like, people are taught these things, and you don't know people's background and how they were raised. You look at, like, how could a person think that way? You don't know if they was abused. You don't know what things they've been through in their life. You don't know what they've experienced. And that's not your job to change people. That's not your job. Like, you didn't create this person. You didn't create them. Your job is to worry about your life and how you're going to navigate your experiences in life. Me personally, I choose to find ways to get my voice out in a positive way. That, whether that be music, whether it be acting, whether it be podcast, have good people around me. And sometimes you make mistakes, like, damn, I thought that was a good situation and it wasn't. Cool. That's life. How you going to use it to make yourself better? So that's all I'll say about it. I wish everybody the best, and I hope you guys loving yourselves,
Yeah.
because I think we need that in the world.
Yeah.
We just need it. We need
For
it.
sure. I mean, I think we bouncing off each other. This is good stuff. I think, well, I know that I feel like a lot of people, a piece of advice I will also add is like, give yourself grace and time through the healing process and the pain. It's it's hard to be alone, but that's where you thrive and you grow the most. Understand yourself and what you need.
Mhm.
Everybody ain't gotta know. Lean on people for help, but everybody ain't gotta know you in therapy. Everybody ain't gotta know you seeking help.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gotta know you got an addiction, or if you get in the help you need, give yourself grace and time alone to get through that process, because it's not always the best thing. I know people get excited because they taking the right steps to get help, but sometimes you get excited and you start putting out information a little too early
Hmm.
and you get distracted. You know what I mean? Because people start to put their opinions on you, and you got to give yourself time alone and grace through those processes to heal and make sure you give your body and your mind time to really understand what you need. I feel like I like to be out, and I feel like I'm a social person. You know this.
Hmm.
You could get real cloudy and you can get real lost and not even know it.
Hmm.
You might think you got everything together. I'm keeping on schedule, work going good, but you start feeling the weight come down because you're losing yourself in certain environments, and
Yeah.
energies get on you that you don't even know. You might walk up out of a place and there's an energy on your back that you didn't even realize that you carrying into the next spot. Then you get more energy and more energy. You got to give yourself time to decompress and understand who you are. And yeah, no fault for being social, but time alone is good, is what I'm getting at. And stop throwing away relationships. Y'all pissing me off.
Yeah,
The relationships that y'all throw away 9 times out of 10, it was because you was forced to be accountable. You didn't like the way it felt to be held accountable, so you ran. This nigga right here, I rock with him. We done got into it.
All facts.
We done bumped heads.
So fun
We
the
done
car.
put hands on each other.
We almost crashed.
We done got out of pocket. But I know if I'm slipping, this nigga is gonna hold me accountable. I know if I'm acting funny style, if I'm acting like a bitch, excuse my French, he gonna hold me accountable.
Chill.
The thing is, I'm watching too many people out here take to the internet and got a new friend, got a new friend, got a new friend, and you just drowning because you have thrown away healthy, meaningful relationship. And to anybody listening, the door has to fucking swing both ways, or it is not a friendship or a relationship. If that shit is swinging one way, run. Don't waste your time. And be honest with yourself. If it's swinging one way, it could be you with the one with the door that ain't swinging, bitch. Get your shit together.
You can't help it.
It's annoying.
It's like
There's a lot of people that I rock with, and there's a lot of people that I don't rock with. Take some time to focus on your circle, and if it gets smaller for the better, it is what it is. If it grow a little bit for the better, it is what it is. But stop lying to yourself. One of the biggest things that we do is lie to ourselves about who we got around us and what relationships we good with throwing away when we know it's 100% cap and we could have used that relationship.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to have to say. I'm sorry for cursing.
No, it's all good. I mean, it's passion, man. You triggering me, man. Because I always think like
that goes for men and women.
Yeah,
dogs,
man,
cats,
birds, chimpanzees, dolphins, whatever you want to call. I don't care what it goes for.
Dolphins have a good relationship.
They do. They stick together like that. We go end it right there.
We good?
Yeah, we good.
Y'all know what it is.
It's a Map Social presents
Dirty Laundry Podcast.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. None of it recorded.
Could you
I would choke.